As we enter September, little people, big world star Audrey Roloff is past her due date. In fact, she could go into labor at any moment. This has to be at the front of Audrey and Jeremy's minds. But they're still taking time to celebrate anniversaries, big and small. Even the anniversary of a photograph being taken, 7 years ago. Jeremy Roloff shared the throwback photo, and what's shocking about it is that they haven't changed, except for their hair. Audrey and Jeremy have really, really good hair. As we've mentioned. The hair envy is strong when you follow this couple. We're so glad that these two have each other. For one thing, they're super in love. Not everyone would be on board to be a reality star, as Jeremy has been for some time, but Audrey signed right up. Admittedly, it helps her business and her heavily Christian blogging, but that's still an enormous amount of pressure. We're talking about a woman body shamed for her pregnancy photos, if body shamed is even the right word for it. But through all of that visibility and backlash and other social pressure from strangers they'll never meet, Audrey and Jeremy are still together. They go back more than 7 years, folks, because this throwback is from before they were even officially dating. Check out the throwback photo below and marvel at it along with us. Has it really been that long? Do they not age? Do any of you look this unchanged from how you looked 7 years ago? On top of the fact that they look like this photo could have been taken in 2015 instead of in 2010, look at how cozy they look together. They weren't quite dating at the time this was taken, just documenting their time together, as Jeremy describes below. These days, Jeremy's hair is in a bun and Audrey's looks like she takes a little better care of it now. Beyond that, little has changed. Here was Jeremy's caption to the throwback, "This is right where Audrey and I took our first official photo 7 years ago." We're still not over that. We weren't quite dating yet, but I told her I wanted to get a photo of us to document our summer. We were treading lightly, nervous that the wrong word might derail what we had going. Clearly, things went well. It was brilliant, slow, nerving, exciting, and real, a relationship that was growing its roots, he said. I knew I had to get this photo, he continued. So I set up my tripod, set the timer, and boom, we time-stamped the moment and filed it away unsure of what was to come of us. Remember cameras that weren't part of your phone? Adorable. And look where they are now, married and with a baby on the way. Now we stand here 7 years later taking a similar photo, about to do the same thing with our daughter? Beating 50%. Stay in Edo #journey off Durandorge. Jeremy and Audrey have been very public about their marriage and efforts to make it work ever since they tied the knot. Sometimes, critics have accused Audrey in particular of being too preachy, or scratched their heads at some of her ideas. Let's face it, reciting wedding vows during sex is not everyone's idea of a good time. But it sure has worked for them. As they count down the days until they become parents, we're sure that many exciting updates and photos await. We sure hope so. Matt Roloff is certainly excited to meet his second grandbaby, since he's already such a proud grandpa about his first. Not every grandparent gets 2 grandbabies, Jackson, and Jeremy's soon-to-be daughter, in the same year, you know. But, any day now, any hour, really, that baby's going to make her debut. We can hardly contain our excitement.